Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gang and welcome to part 46 of our Neil Robertson Pro career on Snooker 19. And today is time for the quarter-final of the Daffabet Masters. We play Judd Trump, who we have beaten once. We beat him once, I think in the last tournament, wasn't it, in the Scottish Open, by 3 frames to 0. But before that we had quite a bogey against Judd Trump, really. We had some quite poor results against him. But we have played the best of 7 frames against Judd Trump before in the final of the Oppo International Championship. On that day, we were defeated by Judd 4-3, but today, hopefully we can avenge that and get a good result. Now, I don't quite know how I'm going to play this, of course. We usually do 7 frame matches over 2 episodes. If the frames are nice and quick, I'm happy to do 7 frames today, but you'll have to see how the frames go. But I will pick an appropriate end if we do finish even before the 7 frames. Now, just a bit of an apology as well before we start the match that there wasn't an episode yesterday. If you'd have checked out my MotoGP content, I did put a comment on there that there wouldn't be any snooker video. Again, apologies about that. I did have some technical issues on Saturday with trying to get my MotoGP video out, and I already had limited time on Sunday anyway, so I thought it fair to be keeping up with the schedule to prioritise that MotoGP video, and because I hardly had any time on Sunday, I felt fit to focus on that video, and of course there wasn't any time therefore to record this. And the worst thing I thought I didn't want to do is rush the recording of this. So yeah, apologies for that, but hopefully it doesn't affect the things too much. Right, now we have an interesting break from Judd. We have a little bit of a chance, and that's actually pretty much the only red we can get to. So I think we'll just try and take the chance. It's a little bit of a risk because if we don't pop this even, we could go into the red. But I suppose we play it with some, if we just play with a little bit of caution, I think we should be okay. It's there though. We should have had more. We should have been more brave. But then again, I suppose at harder speeds and aggression, then sometimes it doesn't go in. So it's fair enough that we've played that sort of shot. But we are off the mark now, and this is a bit of a difficult shot. But to be fair, should we just focus on playing a safety? I mean, we're not going to open anything up, are we? So I think we are just going to play a safety here. Again, if we'd have hit that any harder, it's just because it's the, the magnitude of the match that I was probably a little bit worried. As you can see, we're playing in the lavender again that we won after the Scottish Open. But that's handy, that's not bad at all. I don't quite think we've got the snooker.
Well played. Good
But we'll have to see. No, we haven't. There's just 1 or 2 just edging out. That's a pretty nice safety from Judd, as you'd expect. And he's done us quite well there, to be honest. Maybe we should have played a bit of a better safety so he couldn't get out, because we did have the opportunity after we'd potted that 1 ball. That's not bad though. It could be quite a while before there's another pot here, because the level of safety we have here is pretty impressive. But again, as I say a lot, and it really does mean a lot, you guys still seem to be supporting this series. Now, I'm going to admit now that my plan is to only do the first season of this. I don't want to be doing season after season, because that will get pretty boring after a while. So, the plan is at the moment to just do the 1 season of this career mode. But I think if there is a demand for a new career mode or a new series, I will probably do a Rising Star career mode for a season. But I don't see it. It'd be nice, we've done Snooker 19 for a good 2.5 months now. It's crazy that this game has been out for so much time, really. But there's plenty of start time still to go in the season, We're pretty much only at, about January in the season. Oh, that's a poor shot from Jordan. Finally, we do get a chance to get back into this and get a pot on the board. But we are only really in January in the context of the season. Of course, the season going on till April, so it's not necessarily all over in terms of the season yet. There's still plenty of tournaments to play. Can't quite get to that black, I suppose, to the pocket, can we? It's a tight one, but yeah, I don't fancy it though. I think with how the Reds now are, it's a bit of a risk. But that being said, there's actually not really anything else on, is there? Let's have a look at this. Let's see if we can get it as tight as possible. That's the best angle we're going to get on it, and I'm fairly confident about that actually. So just hit it nice and soft. Bit of backspin and hopefully get on the cushion for the other red. But this could be a big shot in the first frame. It's looking good. It should just go in. Yeah, it's a nice shot. Unfortunately, though, it didn't quite bounce the way I wanted it to, as you can see by the bottom cushion. So it's going to have to be quite a tight shot, probably, into the middle pocket. And I think after pot in that red. To miss this would be a big shame, but this is bloody tight, so perhaps not. Is that red touching? Maybe that. What about the second one on? Just have a look if any of these go to the middle. I don't think that's quite touching, so I think there's a path for that one that's at the end of this road. Yeah, I think there is. Oh, we're just going to risk it, aren't we, for a chocolate biscuit?
Yes, he's taking the pot on.
Yeah, and that was a good, strong pot. Nice stuff. And again, this is a bit of an unorthodox way to play, I'll admit, because it's quite a weird setting we've got the table in at the moment, actually. But we're taking advantage. We've had a few pots, and every pot matters in the end of the day. With these sort of with this table habit is you're not going to get perfect position, but you can try to get half decent position. There we go. That's a nice red out of the way. Good for the black. End of the day, if we keep getting blacks, then it brings a nice cushy score for us at the end of the day. The World Cup's been going on this weekend, hasn't it? I know Scotland won it. I haven't been watching any of it, I have to say. But it looked like some pretty decent snooker. I wonder if that'll be incorporated into Snooker 20. Just to get this in and try and get backspin, just to get the other side of the black. But if that doesn't work, which it looks like it hasn't really. I mean, yes, we've got a potting angle, but there is the blue on the table, which is straight up the other end that looks quite tasty. There's a straight pot. And there are options from this area, of course. That's a nice pot, as long as the cue ball doesn't follow, and that is pretty decent. As you can see, there's the red that's straight down the table, that's a possibility. Anything else? That one will go, so I think I fancy that one. Just so we can get nice position on the black more than anything.
Well, he's taking the red on.
Play with a bit more power just to get backspin and hopefully get on the cushion.
Excellent pot.
Probably overscrewed that a little bit. But it's still a decent angle for the black. But we're playing pretty well at the moment, I would say. Just trying to focus a bit on backspin. Get a decent position for a red, but the black's there, that's nice. Again, we're playing well here, really, at the start of this frame.
38.
A lot better than we played against Bingham, anyway, put it that way. That was a very odd match. Certainly when compared to the matches I've been playing recently. I don't know what went wrong there, to be honest. I think we're allowed the odd dull match. Not necessarily dull match, it was quite an exciting one, actually, but we're allowed the odd mistake in a match. But as of the moment, we're playing pretty perfectly. I mean, we've only strayed off the black once, so, you know, that's not bad at all. There we go, on the cushion for this red.
46.
It should be at least a 50 break, so we're not looking bad. At the end of the day, we did get a red before that. That puts another point, and even though a point doesn't sound all that glamorous, when Judd hasn't got anything so far, every point matters. Just trying to open up a few opportunities. Yeah, there's one on there. That's good. That's fine.
Very well.
It's just these four reds that are in a little bit of a cluster by this pink that might be a little bit of a struggle to get. But we're building up a very strong total in this first break.
55.
This is nice to see. Now we've got a bit of a problem. I think we'll play the blue here, just for positional purposes.
We know what
But
prolific
even if this goes right, it does only open up the one opportunity, which is this red to the middle, which isn't really the easiest pot. It should be fine.
60.
And this should open up a new chance for the black. Yep, good stuff. Oh, that's probably... Whoa, that's too far gone. That's probably end of break. And that being said, actually, the black is, funnily enough, quite straight to that middle pocket. And if we just try and get decent position here, we could be on for the red. But a good starting break nonetheless, whatever happens here. But the black's there, what a pot.
That's a loose shot.
Played really well so far. This might be the hardest of them all, though.
fancies this red.
Oh, unlucky. First mistake of the day. That happens. It was pretty close. Judd can still get back into this frame. We could have done with 1 or 2 more reds, really, to secure it. But in the end of the day, he does need 1 snooker to secure this frame. But I suppose he's trying to get 1 or 2 reds. I mean, these 4 reds are the problem now. He might just play up to these. Because there's not really much you can do. But no.
Neil Robertson.
Oh.
Foul, but it doesn't really matter.
What on earth did he do there? Well, he's just tapped the ball almost, so we're just going to force him to continue.
Handed it back to his opponent.
Foul. Neil Robertson.
What on earth is he doing?
But irrelevant in this frame.
This is bizarre.
Conceded.
And now he's conceded. So was that Judd's way of conceding? But that was very bizarre. Weird. But after that very bizarre end to the frame,
Thank you.
we're on to the second one, and that was a pretty good win. Solid stuff. To start the match. And that shouldn't be too bad either. Nicely up to bulk. Good break off.
He'll be conscious of not overhitting this.
Oh, wow. God, Judd hasn't played well so far.
Foul. Neil Robertson. 4.
Well,
Well,
court, so to speak.
we're going to force him to continue.
Decides to do here.
But that isn't a bad shot. Sorry, I'm just checking something. So, a little bit inactive there. I did see that shot, honestly. But no, there's no way through here. I don't think, anyway. We'll give it a check. We'll check it out. But as you can see, no way for that to go through. So, we're just going to play safety. Luckily, this red offers a good chance.
Pace is key.
As long as this doesn't run too far. And it hasn't, so that's absolutely fine. Back up to bulk we go. But a very odd shot from Judd Trump. Really odd. He didn't have the momentum in the first frame. Played pretty poorly.
Who will make the first mistake?
And, well, this time out, potted the cue ball on his first shot. I mean, that's not exactly the best way to go, is it? But his safety is always good. That's something you can't criticise from Judd.
Great shot. He's got to be careful not to
And I still don't think my safety's perfect, I'll be completely honest. My safety's not that great. If we get a player in a snooker, it's usually down to luck more than anything else. But I think my potting ability is quite good, so that's all you need sometimes. Especially if you can get an early pot, get hold of a table. Because then you can just use your potting ability. Unless you're pretty unlucky. But again, weird shot from Judd, but we're going to take it. And we'll just try and pot this. Now, there is an upcoming update on the 10th of July, which will put us up to... What episode will that put us up to? It's the first today, isn't it? So another 4 episodes. Oh, this could be a chance. I'll talk about that in just a while. We do have a bit of a chance here to open up these reds. But to a middle pocket, to play pace to a middle pocket, that's
Close.
pretty... Yeah.
Not quite.
Yeah, that was a bit silly. And we're going to pot a red here, I think. Oh, we don't. Luckily, we get away with that without conceding a foul. But what we have conceded, I'd say, is a lot more than that. And Judd Trump could open this up now. Well, now we've got a bit of time. We've Judd probably taking this. But actually, there might not be as big a chance as I thought there was. I mean, he'll get 1 or 2 reds, sure. But there is an update coming on the 10th of July where you can change difficulty of your career mode midway through the season. Now, I'm not sure whether that applies for career modes that have already been started. I did contact the developers on Twitter, but haven't got a response just yet about that. But what my point was, as a result of that, was that if there is an option to change difficulty of the players, I would quite like, before the end of the season, to give myself a good run up against the hard AI. Because that would be an interesting bit. You know, we've won our first tournament. We're playing securely against these sort of players. Yes, Trump's playing well, but that's only really because we made a mistake. But I would quite give myself a good run against the hard players on hard AI, just to give myself the truest challenge possible. And if we are getting whooped, you know, ridiculously every game, then we will move the difficulty back. Because, you know, I want it to be, you know, a realistic career mode in that we're not getting whooped every game. But equally... I mean, we're not dominant at the moment. As you could see against Bingham, we played pretty poorly. But there hasn't really been too many matches. Not recently. I mean, this is a tight pot, but it's there. There haven't been too many matches recently where we've played well and lost. Whether that's down to the fact that we've just played really well and that should be celebrated, or perhaps that the difficulty should be moved. But I'll leave that down to you, folks. Let me know what you think down in the comments. But this is a bit of a tricky shot, isn't it? God blimey. But there's nothing else. Well, I mean, there's that one, I suppose. I think we will play that one, but again, not the best at these shots. But it's there anyway. Something else you can do to make the game harder is to use the master aiming aid. Now, that's not something I'm comfortable with because I've only just about managed to get my potting pretty good on this difficulty. Now, I think if you moved us up to master difficulty, that would take the whole season to master, pardon the pun. But I think with the hard AI, it would be a little bit different because we could play exactly the way we play, but we can test our playing abilities up against the hardest AI. So we'll have to look into it. If we can't change it, we'll just keep it how it is. But a bizarre start here, really, because we have dominated, and this could be a problem, though. This could be a big problem. Oh. Now, the question is it touching, and can we get past it? I mean, I would say brown, but no, we ain't going to get to it. Oh. Just as we say, we've got a chance. I mean, we can't get to any of these, can we? So it's going to have to try and... But, I mean, it's all we can play off the cushion. Be tactical about this. Just concede the foul. Concede the foul, but don't really leave much on. And Trump might play on from there, and he does, yeah.
30. Judd Trump 4.
Yeah, Judd's played on and not really got much out of it, so that's the stupidity of the AI sometimes, but how hum. But I don't think that red won't go, no. But that is the only red we can get to, so... Actually, we can play a safety on this, can't we?
The success of this shot is reliant on...
Hopefully get this up the table, but I can't see us not leaving anything on. He might go for that one that's along the cushion. Score's completely level now.
He'll be annoyed with that.
This is a much closer frame.
He's aiming to sink this into the right corner.
Ooh, doesn't look... Oh, yeah, it's there. It's there, it's fine.
Tremendous spot.
Good pot.
He's cueing extremely well here.
1.
Nice.
8.
Come on, Judd, it doesn't take that long to think. Christ, it's a straight pot.
Judd Trump.
Well, I think the thinking times clearly put him off. Don't know what on earth he was playing there. But we'll finish the job off for him. And that's gone a little bit further than I hoped. Please don't go in the pocket. Well, I know it's unorthodox, you could say. But that's pretty good position on the pink. Yeah, unorthodox, I think is the word.
Just wants to
Goodness
sink this into the left corner pocket.
Pretty standard pot. It's these three reds, I have to say, that are causing a bit of trouble because we can't... I mean, we can get to the black perfectly there. But on most occasions we can't. So, take this red on. To be fair, it's probably a good one to get rid of because later on it would be a little bit of a struggle and could be a hindrance. But back down the table nicely. Pink should probably be the colour again. Again, it looks like a pretty straight pot. A little bit of angle needed, but again, not really much of an issue. And if we just get it on the cushion, should be nicely supported and ready for another red. Oh, that's going to be too far off the cushion, I would say. Well, to be fair, actually, that's opened up these two reds. So it's always an opportunity. Not the highest scoring frame because of a few fouls and bizarre things and...
15.
Well, for a kick-off, he potted the cue ball, didn't he, on the first shot he played. I mean, that's not exactly the best way to start your frame, is it? Deary me.
He's taking on this pink.
But no, it's a nice pink.
What a wonderful pot.
open up this other red, and then we've just got to deal with the other 3 reds, I would say, as we... Well, there's actually 4 reds. That one on the cushion I forgot about. And that would be perfect position for it. Maybe a bit close. If we were playing a red, that is. But of course we're not. We're playing the black. Feels like we should have a bigger points difference to Judd, but we don't.
29.
What are we? 21 ahead. Ooh, that one might just go, mightn't it? Yeah. Is it touching? We're going to have to give it a go, I think, because there's nothing else we can do on this occasion. But it's there. And that opens the other 2 reds up a little bit more. So get in that sort of position for the next few shots. And we can get those 2 reds.
He just wants to slot this into the middle pocket.
Probably the best sort of position we could get, really. It's not the best.
What a wonderful pot.
36.
It's going to have to be this one along the cushion, isn't it?
So,
yeah.
this pot into the right corner.
It's there.
Down it goes.
Pink again, but that's not a bad position to screw back into for the red along the cushion.
37.
It might not be as easy as that, though, so it might just be the... Might have to play the red along the... The red on the... if I can get my words out. The red nearest the black, but it's not conclusive we'll get position for that either. So it could be end of break here, but I think we can get past the black to that red.
43.
He says. We can. That's good then.
Just the red required.
But it's just the red required. Of course, Judd would need snookers. And there we go. Get the black to secure it, and I don't really think we'd need that other red.
44.
But equally, we'll go for it, won't we, all the same? It's not a bad position. Just try and play it up the table.
51.
Not quite perfect, but oh well. Again, just try and play this up the table. Doesn't hurt if it doesn't go in. No, it hasn't. But we're 43 ahead with 35 to play for. I mean, he could still go for this, but it could be 2-0 to us. No, he is playing this. But he's playing a safety. Has he got the snooker? Not quite. Bit of a shame. Go on, go on, go on. Oh, if that had pulled up any quicker, we'd have got a great snooker there.
Looking to play safe here.
We'll need to be careful though, because he could get us into quite a nasty situation quite quickly. But, yeah, interesting. He has snookered us quite well here, and he could get back into the frame. Don't know if there's any way we can swerve out of this one. Keep trying it. It's that brown that's the problem. And to be fair, he's done us good here. Try and play it back there.
Control over the pace of the white with this shot.
Oh, we weren't far off, to be fair. We actually hit the brown. But we weren't far off, really.
I'm not sure
Going to make us play on.
That's a poor shot.
Foul. Judd trump. 4. Free ball.
Free ball, right, okay. Free ball means we can play any of these, right? I'm not being thick. He did say free ball. So it'd be colour, but I don't get why it's showing a negative sign on this.
Safe here.
That's a careless shot.
Foul.
Yeah, I just don't get this anymore.
Free ball.
No real advantage, and he's asked his
I mean,
opponent
we
to
have got the
here.
pot here.
Safe
But I'm sure
here,
this
I think.
happened in our match against Judd in the final frame
With that,
when we lost to him. And it was a free ball, and we thought, well, we can't really play that. But people were saying in the comments that we could, and...
right corner here.
Oh, I don't get this really, but... Oh, well, it wasn't much of a hassle in the end. Because we have won the frame. And we're 2-0 up here.
8.
Smash the yellow in. And then, to be fair, we'll just call it a day. For this frame, that is. Not interested in playing anything more, really.
10.
Well,
Oh, that's a foul.
but it won't matter.
Mind you, we can laugh at it, because we've got...
Neil Robertson.
yeah. Yeah, we've got plenty of points to play for, and Judd's conceded the frame, so we are 2-0 up now, but
And now,
Judd not really offering any much of a challenge so far.
Well, this lead is starting to grow now.
Admittedly, because our game's been pretty good as far as I'm concerned.
Frame. Judd trump to break.
And once again, that's not much of a challenge, similar to the first frame. But what we are going to do this time, not quite at that sort of speed, but maybe get the top on it, that'll help the angle.
really is tricky.
But try and open the reds up this time. Certainly a few reds opened up there.
Wanted.
Good stuff.
1.
And this could be a good frame. We've opened up a few opportunities, and we'll try and take as many of them as possible.
Excellent cueing.
6.
But barring that last episode, if you look back at our game over the last few episodes, in the Scottish Open as well, I'm pretty proud of how I've played.
7.
You know, I'm on about, well, we should increase difficulty. I don't think that... It's not something to be ashamed of, beating these players. Again, we're playing to the best of our ability, and I think that should be praised. Right, I'm going to try a bit of a weird shot here, just try and open up a few more reds, and hopefully we get some sort of position.
Well, you can't question his cue power after that shot.
Well, wrong sort of ball hit, unfortunately.
12.
But we got out of it, luckily, because we have got a decently straight pot on this red.
Tough shot coming up.
It is a tough shot. Not much power, though. That should hopefully go, and it does. Nice. Black's actually blocked off, though. Should have probably checked that before we played the shot, but again, it's fine.
13.
Blue's on. Ooh, we're quite close to the cushion this time, which means we kind of get the screw back. So we're going to have to play this quite powerful and just hope it comes all round the table.
Pot right up his street.
No, it's not going to be anywhere near to any sort of
lost control of the
potting
cue.
opportunity, but that's 18 points to start off the frame. Not going to moan at that at all.
18.
And it should be quite a simple safety. And it'll be Judd's turn to play how he wants to.
Certainly doesn't want to overhit this.
But not a bad start at all. Pretty good. Are we potentially en route to a 4-0 win over Judd Trump?
Key with this shot.
Well, what I can definitely tell you is over the last 5 frames we've played against him, we haven't lost one. That is lucky. That is lucky from Judd. Oh, he's a lucky man.
Brilliantly played.
Got to be careful we don't leave this red on, actually. I don't think it'd be, but I mean, I'd say I've got pretty good at this difficulty, but I don't think I'd quite play that. I think straight up to this red wouldn't be a bad shout.
Paces for this shot.
And there you go. Doesn't leave a pot on and doesn't trouble any of the other reds.
I think he's looking at the snooker behind the brown here.
Apparently he's looking at the snooker. Be looking at potting the cue ball if he's not careful. But, he's left this red on. Potentially. I think the way we're playing and the lead we've got, we might as well give it a go.
Well, it goes half a
And
chance.
it's there. Admittedly, not the best position because of that.
I'm pretty sure that's not the position he was
But
attempting.
sometimes the pot is just sometimes better and more important than the position. This is tight.
Throwing the pot here.
Give it a go, though. Again, it's nice and slow. It's not going to go.
So close, but he's missed it. That'll annoy him.
But it doesn't open up a massive opportunity for Trump. Okay, the balls are
Neil Robertson. 1.
moved and
He's going for the left corner pocket.
that sort of thing, but it's not much of a problem. Doesn't open up a massive opportunity for Judd.
1.
There's the black. Man, it could open up an opportunity. If I can get my words out. It could open up an opportunity. Still can't get my words out, God.
He's an expert long potter, and he's taking this.
But he's got to make that opportunity. What I'm saying is the current state of the Reds, he's got to break them open.
No, not this time.
Yeah, that was too hard. And that's what I mean about the hard AI. I don't think the hard AI would play a shot like that. You know, once we've made a mistake, they'd punish it. So this to the middle. It's a fanciable one, but ooh, it's
No,
not quite there.
This time, close, but
I think this is us just getting a little bit frustrated. Maybe a little bit complacent, being 2-0 up. We can afford to be, but we should know that
Wide for this shot.
Although he hasn't done so far, Judd can seriously punish
not
it. But
quite.
what's that sort of
Pretty
shot
close,
doing?
though,
What is
but
he
that won't
doing there?
provide any solace.
It's a silly shot that was. Now I'm a lot more comfortable with the fact this will go in. I mean, we've had our fair share of silly shots, but for the AI to play them, it's just odd.
1.
I mean, the power he put on that there, on that colour, there was no way it was going to go, was it? It was on the red, actually. It wasn't on the colour, was it? No, it was on the red. Got ourselves not in the best position here. Does leave a potential pot on, though. Again, sometimes the pot's just more important than position. It just means you have to work with the next shot to get some decent position, but I fancy this. And I was right. Great pot.
Yes, he'll be very pleased with that shot. What can he do here?
6.
Only 10 points ahead of Judd, blimey. Feels like a lot more than that.
He's aiming to sink this into the right corner.
Again, not much power, but position should be okay.
What a top pot that was.
Depends if these reds are
It's a
touching, I
wonderful,
suppose, but I
wonderful
think
pot.
that should be absolutely fine.
11.
Given it does go, I suppose. Yeah, and it does. As you can see, that not touching, and that's a nice pot.
12.
Not exactly playing our cleanest positional game here, I'll admit, but again, it's fine.
Well, I'm
Should
not
be
surprised he's taking on the long
okay.
pot
Probably
here.
a little bit less power. Oh, plough more anyway, but no problem with that. Great pot.
18.
Now, you don't want to play with some top here, because we don't want to be on this cushion. Yeah, it's nice. Now, if this pulls up, we should be good on the pink. Be interested to see if we do end up winning this game, that is, of course, what the points disparity is between myself and Trump. Because in the first frame, we absolutely dominated him. We could end up doing the same thing in this one.
Really good.
Apologies about that, folks. Just a little bit of a break. But to be fair, it was a worthwhile one. Just my mum downstairs. Do you want a cup of tea? Of course I will. So I'll be having that after this episode.
26.
Nothing wrong with a good brew, is there? Bit of caffeine. Well, I've got a pint of water, though, here. You know, a natural snooker fashion. Just got to try and consider what we're best playing here. Might hit this red. It'll slow the cue ball down, at least. Got to get the pot, though, first. Yeah, it's not ended up too badly. We've ended up with a better chance than we did have, or would have had.
32.
We do like playing screwback. We don't play top very often, only to get out of a situation. But our screwback skills usually pay good dividends, so nothing wrong with that. But this time... Now, will the black block the red? This is our problem here. It will block it. It'll definitely block it from the other side. Can we get to the pot from... Yes, we can. Okay. So what I'm thinking is we'll pot the pink... actually pot the blue and then screw back to this position. Yeah. Just about thinking about the longevity of the break, that's all. 'Cause I think if we potted the black, that would have been end of break. But we've overscrewed that, I can tell. Have we actually? No, that's ended up pretty nicely.
38.
Ooh, that was a little bit off, but oh well.
39.
Right. Now we have a problem. I think we're just going to have to suck it up, take the black, and then just play a safety on these two reds.
This is the key shot. If this goes in, you fancy him for the frame.
But as that, you know, as they've just said there, I don't think there's much chance of him winning the frame anyway if we potted that. But it's going to be a bit of an unorthodox safety here. Another word for stupid sometimes, but hopefully, I mean, you'd be pretty brave to play pot on one of these from there. Perhaps the one that's close to the blue, the one that's not on the cushion, or he might just concede. No, he's gonna have a go. He's gonna have a go at this. But you know, he's had a pretty poor attempt as Judd. He's just not been on his game today. It's a shame to see. And at the end of the day, you don't want to be like this. You want it to be an entertaining match. In the way it was against Bingham, it sounds stupid, but it was. But the reason that it was an entertaining match against Bingham was because we played poorly. And we don't want to engineer the game that we play poorly and make more mistakes so that the AI clean up their act.
He's taking this on. Outstanding ball. It's right out of the top drawer.
But while we're quite happy playing these shots, we want the AI to be able to make big breaks as well, because there hasn't been a
Prolific long potter
century
he is,
break
so
from an AI
assume
player
he'll
in this
take this
whole career mode. Whereas on hard difficulty, I can guarantee there'd be a few. And that would really just make it, you know, a lot more pressure. And then, you know, it'd probably pick up our game a lot more. More of a challenge we have, the better we'd be. But that's a little bit loose. In fact, very loose on position. So we'll just play it up to the green. And that'll be the third frame one in this match. We might not well need a second episode. We might well do this today. And in fact, I think I'm quite committed to doing so.
Frame conceded.
So it's 3-0 to us.
Neil Robertson.
Judd's been mugged so far.
Frame in the bag.
Thank you, the fourth frame.
Have a drink of my water before we start. Now we're going to play a bit of a different start to the frame here. A break that I don't tend to usually play. Not a positive start, admittedly, but sometimes it works. And the way that Judd's playing, he'll probably whack it into the pack. No, nice. Where's the cue ball going? Where's the cue ball? Oh, he's potted it.
Goes the cue ball.
Well, it forced a mistake. Oh, I wish we could look at the table.
The foul. What's he going to do?
I want to have a look round the table. I think that red goes. We're just going to play on here. Yeah, I think this red goes. And it does. Fancy us for this.
Tricky pot coming up.
Good pot. And we're off the mark. In this frame.
Very good here. He's played that very well.
Now we should probably go for the black, but I have a feeling if we play the blue, yeah, this should make us open up the reds. Bit of a risk playing this blue, I suppose. It's not the easiest of pots, but it's there. Don't pot a red. Don't pot a red. Oh, would you believe it? Oh, that one's just gone in on the bottom right as you look at the screen.
Robertson, 1.
Oh, that's a shame. It was a really good, aggressive, positive play. And bloody Trump's going to get the pull up Trumps quite literally here and get the benefits from this. But the way Judd's playing, he won't get much out of this. That being said, he'll probably get a century out of this now.
He's playing very well here.
7.
Tremendous pot. Brilliant.
But if you can't win a frame out of this situation, there's no point you're playing, to be quite frank.
8. 15.
But look on the bright side. Well, we can look on the bright side if we win this 4-0.
16.
Might well be the start of a comeback from Trump. Who knows?
Cue ball safe and tight to the cushion.
Playing a safety anyway now. Seems awfully bizarre. Where's the cue ball going? Oh, got away with that one, hasn't he? In fact, he's got away with it all. Very jealous.
Excellent safety shot.
Excellent safety, but the way we're playing and the way we're up, we might as well go for this. Oh, we missed it.
That's really close, but not quite close enough.
He will exploit that mistake we've made and go for that pot. Wouldn't blame him.
One.
The Judge should win this now.
And in it goes.
Brimming with
Well, that's what I was
confidence.
talking about earlier with the Bingham match. We needed a pretty big mistake, which we did make
To be played at the right pace.
there, for Judd to actually play well. Whereas, usually, as you'd watch real life snooker, the best players force mistakes out of you. Have we had any forced errors? No, I wouldn't say so. Maybe that one where he snookered us. But we've made 1 or 2 unforced errors. But he should come back and win the frame, but he's missed the blue.
Judd Trump, 14.
And would you believe it? He's probably played the worst positional shot possible. So, very simple. Just tap up to the red.
He doesn't want to play this with too much
And he's going to do the same. And hopefully get a touching ball at some point.
penalty point.
Oh, we missed it.
Foul and a miss.
We tried for touching ball, but that was awfully close. Still not touching ball.
So
Gotta be
he's
close
play
now.
safe again. This is fascinating. He'll have to be very careful with the pace here.
Yeah, someone will end up touching ball or hitting it way too hard. Has Judd got everything safe? To be fair, looks like he's played a pretty calculated shot there.
He'll be aware of
Just
the
thinking to
risks
play it down and
associated
keep
with
it down
playing this
there.
with too much pace.
Doesn't give him too much of a chance then. I'm just looking, I don't know, I don't think there's anything he can particularly take.
Easy safety, this.
So yeah, we've limited him to a safety. And that's the phone. Oh, no, we're okay. Would you believe it? There's an answer straight away. All the callers just went, nah, you're alright, wrong number. But unfortunately, there's not really been much of an opportunity opened up here. So we'll keep it down this end of the table.
He'll be playing safe from here.
Because it was safe up here last time, and it's going to be safe again. Nice shot.
He'll be pleased with that. It looks safe. He needs to be mindful of not under-hitting this shot.
Ooh, that was a bit close to the chalk. Now he's left that one open again. I am tempted, but... Oh, it's the only road we might be able to get to here. I know we can get to this one. That comes along the cushion, that I was about to say. We have left that red open a little bit straighter now. We should have just kept it up the other end of the table. Or just gone for the pot. This is a lot easier than it would have been. But there's a few opportunities and a few options that Judd Trump has now. And this will be one he takes. I'd say it's pretty slow. And he's missed it. Well, at that pace, I'm really surprised he's missed that. Bit softer than we planned, but it's not going to hurt anything. We have got the pot. Now let's focus on winning this frame. No, we can't really screw back on the green, but we can probably get down the table better with the green. Top spin just gives you a little bit more... Yeah, there we go, we've hit the brown, unfortunately. Gives us a lot more in the sense of inaccuracy and percentages sort of thing. A lot less chance of being accurate, but we'll go for this pot. Oh, we've missed it by quite a bit. And this is frustrating now. We're just trying to close this out. We're 3-0 up. The worst thing that could happen here is for Judd to make it 3-1, because it's all that Judd has the momentum. And frames can slip away very quickly. And now Judd's given us more than enough chances here. We haven't taken them.
7.
We will play a 5th frame if Judd does win this frame.
Is key.
Because it would be silly to play Wednesday's episode with, say, a 5th frame with the possibility that we could win. Again, we could play a 6th frame in the possibility we win, but if it's a 2-frame match at least, it's a little bit more exciting with the potential of Judd having a comeback. But if he just wins the 1 frame, then there isn't really much of a comeback on.
To drop into the centre pocket.
But we've made plenty of mistakes this frame. Ironically, it should have really been our easiest chance of winning the frame. I say that because we opened up the reds nicely.
Just as red needed.
And he just needs that red. And he's missed it.
Trump's really struggling
Well,
with this match. He needs to turn this around pretty quickly, otherwise it's game over.
is that Judd's that's got to turn it round quickly? I'd agree. We do have a chance here. I don't quite know what the numbers are. Let's figure it out after we pop this black, shall we? Makes it a bit easier. So 2 reds left, 8, 16. Yeah, it's going to be 43 remaining. And we are 42 behind. Oh. Ooh, this is a bit of a nasty one. So right on the cushion, aren't we? Just play this carefully into the cushion. We don't want it to follow it in the pocket. There you go. Now, we're 42 behind here. We've got to play the pink, however, so we can only force a tie. Is that right? No, if we get... No. If we... Oh. No, we're better taking the black here, I'd say. But equally, we're right on the cushion. So we can't screw back. Oh. Has to be pink or black, though, or else we're going down snooker game. Might as well try and just play the black.
No more than half a chance here.
Now we've missed the black, haven't we? Yep. Being said, we haven't really left the red on. He could go get it, I suppose. If he does, it'll be a frame over.
Safety coming up.
It's 41 ahead. We didn't get the black, though, did we? Oh, we needed that, of course.
Red on.
We need to force snookers, but I think we'll try and play the red and the black before we go about trying to get snookers.
1.
It's a potential one. We'll just play it up to the blue. So that was
Neil
pretty
Robertson,
pointless.
1.
We needed to be touching the blue, didn't we? Yeah. Well, we'll go for the pot on the yellow. Seems silly not to. But I think it's just too much of a deficit now. We should just play the black to give ourselves some sort of a chance. This could be going in the pocket. No, not quite.
5.
And we've actually managed to snooker ourselves. So we concede that frame.
Frame.
Judd brings it back to 3-1. We'll play one more, I said. As I said. And we'll see how we get on. But 4 frames played. It's 3-1 to us. Of course, we only need one more frame to win this match. And get to the semi-final of the Masters.
He's playing the safety shot
Oops. Yep, it's going to have to be a safety. Doesn't open up the reds as he did last frame. We're just going to play it down the table, though, again. Seems to be quite effective in the 3rd frame. There you go, finish you like. Good pot. Good pot. Good safety.
here. He's looking at this red.
Seemed like a really long episode today. I don't know about you guys. But he's actually found a red. Fair play to him.
Impressive opening red.
Starting to play well all of a sudden, Judd is now.
5.
Too little too late, or can he force a comeback? We'll have to see.
6.
No, but this seems to have been a really long episode. I don't know why.
Not the best shot.
9.
But that's 10 a break. If you can call 10 a break.
Not perfect position.
10. Should trump 10.
But we have got this red we can go for. And again, we're going to give it a go.
This is a half chance.
It is a half chance. Good pot. Probably worst position possible on the black. Blue's there though, luckily. But again, there's not really much chance of us getting into the red, so that's a screw back. Hope for the best.
This requires
Get the
good
pot
cueing.
though first. It's lovely.
Well, not the shot he was aiming for there.
No, not the shot we were aiming for. Correct.
6.
Are we dare enough to try and play that into the top pocket? I think we ought to be.
This is no gimme.
It might be there as well. Oh, that's
Not quite.
unfortunate.
Pretty close though, but that won't provide any solace.
Risk and reward, wasn't it, really, there?
6.
Yes, we've opened up 1 or 2 reds. It's not the end of the world, but it'd have been nice to have had that pot. Maybe we wouldn't have played that pot before. Maybe that's our problem here. We're taking a few too many risks. Whereas before we were just keeping our play nice and cautious.
In it goes.
Great cueing there.
9. 14.
Just a safety there from Judd now.
14.
I reckon I can nick this into this pocket. Is it worth a go? I think it is.
Taking the red on.
Looks good, and it's there. Hang on, where's the cue ball? Oh,
Careless.
bloody hell.
And the foul.
Oh, God.
Trump 4.
Oh, not this stupid bloody game again. Wait, it's touching ball. No, we're okay. That's alright. But Jesus Christ, we pull off a master stroke of a pot. And then that happens. Unbelievable. Ooh, have we left this red on?
The cue ball is finished up in a very safe position.
No, they're happy with that. Oh, he's nearly potted the cue ball, blimey. He's getting a bit close for comfort. But this frame's still
He's playing the
fairly
same
open.
and aiming to get the cue ball tight against the cushion.
This could be a bit hard. It's okay though, because there's nothing really on. He says. Oh, there's a gap for this red. Oh, for Christ's sake. We just want to get this game over with. Oh. Luckily, black or blue, black or pink not on. Well, he's played the green, but
That's
it's a
not
poor
bad.
positional
I
shot
wouldn't
there.
say it's perfect.
4.
Yeah, I'd say that was a safety. He can't have been playing a pot on that. Any chance of anything here? Well, we could take that very bizarre chance, obscure chance. Oh, not quite there. Okay, so just up and down the
Pace
table
is
then, I
very
guess.
important here, and he doesn't want to underhit this.
That ain't bad at all. We're going to fight, as I've said before, we're going to fight to see if we can win this frame. Because we want to get it over with. We don't want Judd to wriggle back in the game. But that was a bizarre safety. I thought he was going for the pot there. But we'll go for this one though. Right, okay, we're back in action.
Nice
Black
position
should
on
go
the-
here. Yeah, it does.
1.
Superb. It won't go on its spot, I don't think, because one of the reds is on its spot.
8.
No, it doesn't. Not the best shot, actually, there, really. This has to go in.
He's taking it on.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes!
That was no more than a hunch,
That'll do it.
but he made it look simple. Great stuff.
Right, now for the black. It's a nice shot, by the way, that was.
He just wants to slot this into the middle pocket.
Underscrewed it a bit, but there are a few opportunities we got, so that's okay.
16.
Right, hit this and then get out of there. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Hopefully get a pot on the pink and get down the bottom of the table. For that
17.
red on the black spot. Gotta be careful now.
He's aiming for the left corner here.
It's powerful, but this red won't move that. Sorry, the cue ball won't move that much.
23.
But I think this actually gives us a better chance of anything here.
Aiming for the right centre here.
Easy as you like.
What a top shot that is.
Looking good though here now.
24.
Could be an end to that though. Really not much consideration.
Pot into
Gotta get
the
lucky
left.
here. Got the pot.
That's a top shot.
Oh, we'll hit these two reds.
He's right on top of his game at the moment.
29.
Again, not the easiest, but potable.
This looks relatively easy.
Should be a near formality, and it's there. Unfortunately, we're on for the blue again. That's probably the colour we want the least. But I think we're going to have to play the black. Secures position, doesn't it?
He's aiming for the left corner here.
It's there.
No problem there.
Now, come on. Let's hope we get on one of these. We should be fine.
37.
Let's give the black its spot back, eh? Actually, no, let's not. Let's get this potted. It's there. Stop, 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 stop. It's going to be a little bit tricky.
38.
Black to top pocket, I think it's got to be, though. Provides some good position, though, here, actually. It's got to go in there, this has.
This is a half chance.
And that
Shot that is.
should win us the game.
Superb cue control there. Ideal position.
Awesome.
45.
That was great, that was. If I say so myself. But that red is the last one, potentially, of the match. That puts us 20 ahead with 35 left on the table. So I think what we're going to do. Play this blue, fingers crossed. It gives us a good position now for the yellow.
51.
Yeah, easy as you like. Now we're 25 ahead. Frame and match ball.
Just the yellow ball required.
Of course, he still needs snookers, but it's there.
And that should
Let's
be
go and clear up now.
the point of no return in this match.
And secure this match and a place in the Masters semi-final.
He's looking to pop this.
Feels
into
good to
the
say
right
that.
corner. Tremendous shot.
A little bit of manoeuvring needed here. We're not quite straight on the brown, but again, it's okay. Nice. Good stuff. Now for the blue.
60.
Be quite a nice break, actually, if we can win and get all the balls in from here. Be an 80 break.
Now, can he drop this into the right corner?
No, it won't be an 80 break. What am I on about? It'll be a 79.
Tremendous
But the
ball.
pink's gone. Makes the black quite tricky, though. Does it? Not massively.
71.
But Trump won 1, we won 4, and it's a best of 7, and that means with that potted black that we are through to the Masters semi-final without much issue really there from Judd Trump.
78.
What a great match that was.
Neil Robertson.
That's it. He's into the semi-final.
78 break to finish things off, nice. And let's have a look. That was the highest break of the match, and as you can see, we absolutely dominated Judd. 152 points for Judd compared to our 344. Pretty good stuff. Now, who have we got in the semi-final of the Masters? Let's have a look. Oh, it's getting tense. I've got a feeling it's going to be Ronnie for some reason. Just an inkling. We'll find out now, won't we? Oh, okay. It's Satnav Selby. Ooh, well. Interesting. We beat Selby, of course, over 7 frames before. Ooh, okay. So to get here, so far we've beaten Bingham and Trump. We've won our last 10 games now. Interesting. Well, in Wednesday's episode, we will play against Satnav Selby. As you can see, who's dominating the field at the moment on the tour by £500,000 in terms of prize money. Can we go and beat him in our second appearance against him? But I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was quite a stressful one, quite a long one. So I hope that those of you that are here now, and I appreciate that, of course, I hope that you guys that are here enjoyed it. But until Wednesday, I've been TIJ Gaming, and thank you very much for your company, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye for now.